Yeah, hey everyone, Brian with you from TheGameCommon. We're continuing with our AI-only championship series, finishing up our first group, and oh yeah, I gotta turn the speed up. I was like, wait a second, things are not moving really that quickly right now. What's up? So yeah, let's get all that enabled. Okay, so we have Talmaris, we have Gilgamesh, and we have Japan essentially cruising to the three spots, so they will be most likely moving on unless something catastrophic happens here in the next 50 turns, give or take. We might end up starting the next group today, but we shall see. If so, I'll put a cut in, but we'll see what kind of time it... I think I want to finish this group at least in this episode, so no matter how long this episode goes. This is one of the main reasons we cut it off, by the way, at 3:15, is you'll notice the game is starting to slow down tremendously. It's just like late game. It just, everything slows down. And the thing is, I would say probably not that much. Maybe like 70% of the time, the game's pretty much already decided come this point in the game. You know, it's just every once in a while you get the random, you know, fourth quarter comebacks, I guess, if we're going to use yesterday's reference. So, we were looking at Gilgamesh shooting off rockets. He's building death robots, which means he might, yeah, he's building a lot of death robots. He might be switching over into a domination victory type thing. I kind of wish you could see from quick glance here what kind of, what they're trying to go for. Yeah, that would be nice. Also, it looks like everyone's getting a Dark Age. Oh yeah, we just triggered the new era. A lot of Dark Ages across the board, man. But once again, at this point, I don't really see too much happening or having to pay attention to too much. I mean, Montezuma down here, rolling with some tanks, that might actually make a difference. Because he could potentially take Warsaw. He could potentially push over here against Greece. Right now, it doesn't look like he's doing anything. If we clicked on him, is he at war with anyone? No. See, and that's part of the problem. It's just like everyone has so many units, it just takes an extra while to just move. I think part of it has to do, I don't know. I mean, that's where death stacks would be kind of nice. It would probably speed the game up a little bit, but, you know, kind of glad we don't have death stacks anymore. So Nazca is currently trying to be invaded by Japan. That might trigger an emergency war. You're already at war with Victoria. Gilgamesh and Talmaris don't like you. That's probably going to trigger an emergency war, and they will probably be at war then against Gilgamesh. It'll be interesting to see whether or not Gilgamesh has the death robots and whether or not they make a difference. We're really getting to the end of the time here. Like, there's not really going to be much a time left to actually take the cities. So, and he's still in first place. So he's going to have to lose a whole lot for Cyrus to catch up. Dude, Montezuma's still way down there. I still feel bad for him. I think if Montezuma would have had a good start, he would be doing much better. So you had one of your spaceports pillaged. But what about the spaceports that's shooting off the rocket? There's no spy on it, so it doesn't look like it. He's currently working on cybernetics, which is that one of these? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it's one of those. Okay, so theoretically, he will have that last rocket, but there's no way he's going to shoot it off and then speed it up within, you know, 20, 30 turns, especially since this one's going to only leave 25 turns left. It's not really likely. Also, there's a really good chance he starts building another death robot when that's done versus shooting off that last rocket. So, speaking of which, death robots are moving in and absolutely destroying Poland. Oh my gosh. How's that emergency war coming? Nope, not yet. Oh my gosh, poor Poland. They just got... Hey, here's the funny thing. Remember, Poland was like the bully for the longest time. And honestly, they might just be getting crapped on because they ended up having so many... what's the term? So many grievances because they ended up taking over one of England's cities. So the funny part is England kind of got their revenge, I suppose. God, they're so tiny now too, because Persia came over here and just started taking everything. And they'll actually probably give Manchester, maybe, potentially, maybe. Does that change anything? There's no wonder here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. 18 points isn't going to be that big of a flip. It'll put them in fourth. Yeah, dude, they're jumping way ahead now. They're really jumping ahead. Can we actually click on that? No, I was just wondering. What is Victoria working on? She's working on Taoism? Wait, what? That's not Taoism. Cyrus is getting computers. Got freaking steel for Japan. Japan's a little behind. The funny thing, you know what? I don't think those death robots have the sieging artillery upgrade yet, because they don't seem to be doing that much damage to walls. But remember, she had a hard time taking down the modern tanks, so, oh, there it is. Yeah, he got it now. I think he just picked up that upgrade. Yeah, he's just absolutely wrecking them now. Dang, dude. Well, what's going to happen? He will take Krakow. The question is he going to stop there, or is he going to keep taking other towns? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Poland's out for the count. But you can definitely see that he's now going for domination victory instead. Still shooting off that Mars colony. Got 2 turns left. There is a Japanese spy trying to disrupt it. We'll see what happens there, whether or not he can finish it in 2 turns. 1 turn. Do you have enough time, Mr. Japan? Or is that rocket going to go bye-bye? Doesn't really matter, because like I said, I doubt he's going to build the next one, but we'll see. And the thing is, even if he does start shooting off the next one, not building. Well, I guess it is building a rocket. Most likely Japan will get it pillaged. I don't know. The AI seems to be really bad at protecting their spaceports. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, there it goes. Oh, he's immediately shooting it off. All right. All right. 12 turns. I mean, there is a chance he wins the game. There is a small chance. Because that's 12 turns. Here's the big thing. He needs to make sure that this spy doesn't take it out. He's not counter-spying at all. 12 turns is going to put it at 304. And then he's going to have to speed it up. Oh, he just actually sped it up. He must have had... he either had the builder... Military emergency against Gilgamesh, and sea state emergency against Hojo, which is kind of what I was expecting to happen. Can we actually see if these got accepted? Hello? Yo, yo, yo. No, they both failed. Dang, dang. So, he sped it up, which means he probably... The space race one's not done yet. Maybe he used the builder? You think he has that government? And you think even if he had that government, the AI would use it? I kind of think no. But if he could get this shot off, 9 turns now, which would put it at 301, he might have just improved production or switched to production focused. There is a chance. There is a chance he wins. It's small. It's small. This might be one of the first wins we've actually seen at before 315. Okay, so Krakow did flip over to Sumeria, but it's just going to immediately flip back. Also, I think he currently pieced her out. This is Gilgamesh? Yeah, he did piece her out. Wait, what? You're not... You did... Well, that's interesting. Because she didn't denounce him. Alright. Well, he's got a bunch of death robots there that aren't going to really do a whole lot, so... And he's currently now at war with you, which doesn't really seem particularly easy to take care of. Okay, sure, whatever. Whatever. I was really hoping for the attack against Japan, man. Oh, wait. That was a different city-state emergency that just triggered before. Which one was that? That wasn't... Because Nazca didn't flip. Was that from Jerusalem? Oh, Buenos Aires, I bet. I bet. So he does have lower uranium, so those death robots aren't doing all that well. Hey! Oh, dang it. No, wait. Have I been misreading that? I think I've been misreading that because I see elected targets, and it's the spectator. And I'm not quite sure, but it looks like it, yeah. Almighty Observer #1. But it looks like it actually passed Japan, so Japan didn't get the -3. So maybe I misread that the last couple episodes. Huh. That's what it seems like. I'm still at 3. Japan actually, man, they were close. They were at potentially 16, somewhere in there. So they almost won a diplomatic victory in 315 turns. I would love to see a diplomacy victory happen. I would love to see it in this AI-only series. Will it? Probably not. Did your rocket site get pillaged? No, it did not. It did not. Negative loyalty. What? Well, the Japanese rock band's trying to flip things. How is the culture game? Japan is potentially winning in 90 turns, but yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Thomas is actually shooting off rockets. I wish shooting off rockets gave you era score, or actual score, because it doesn't really do anything. And I feel like shooting off a giant rocket should give you at least some extra points here. I kind of wish the score thing would, you know, get rearranged a little bit. And there maybe, I could like maybe make up my own scoring system, but it would be kind of hard to do. Honestly, what we need is a mod. If there was a mod that was like more balanced scoring system, that would work. Because like diplomacy gets you nothing in score, and that's kind of crap. But mostly because when they added diplomacy, they just didn't adjust the score victory stuff, which, you know, kind of sucks. But yeah, I think diplomacy should get something in here. I almost want to say religion should be toned down just a little bit. I definitely think... I mean, you already got the great people one, so maybe it should be great works instead of great people. That might be better. So for every great work you have, or maybe that could just be added in, but then that might overbalance culture. I don't know. I'd have to spend some time thinking about it. It would be interesting to see, but highly unlikely. So Krakow did flip, and somehow they ended up with full walls. Oh, it's because they took the steel. Yeah. Are those death robots going to die? Perhaps. They can't get any reinforcements, and I also don't think they can heal because he doesn't have the uranium. He had a bunch of uranium at one point, but now he's out. And no one else has any uranium either. Wait. Nukes? He has nukes. Come on, Sumeria. Send a nuke. You got 14 turns, dude. Go nuke someone. He's actually going to shoot off that last exoplanet. He might just win the science victory. He might just... It depends on whether or not he's going to speed it up. And the AI is kind of hit or miss on whether or not they speed it up. I think we've seen it one time, but I think there's been like 2 or 3 times where I've seen them just never speed it up. So here's the thing. If we're actually playing this game, usually I'd never see the AI actually shoot off. Like, only a couple times when I've actually been playing have I seen them shoot off the rockets. See, he's recommissioning. He's not going to speed it up. Dang. Oh, no, he is. But that's 7 turns. That's 6 turns. That's 5 turns. And that would take it from 1 a turn to 4 a turn, which would be a little over 10 turns, plus another 10 turns. It still doesn't seem likely. He's going to be close, but he's not going to be yet there. It's going to be really close, but yeah, he's not going to quite get it. Japan's still in first place. They did pick up a couple extra wonders. The religion's not doing a whole lot. No one's close on a religious victory, right? Nah, not really. Not really. And Cleopatra actually caught up a little bit to Tamaris. Huh. What's she doing down here? Religion? No. So I wonder why she's catching up. Maybe she settled a couple more towns, because there's still a little bit of extra room down there. No one ended up settling over there, and then there was an island over here that no one settled on. An island over here. Oh yeah, that poor Halong Bay over here, man. That was just like free era score to settle over there. Scythia did settle over there. I wonder where you're going. I think she might be going for... I have no idea. Are you even moving, or are you just kind of like out here in the ocean? She just didn't want to exist in this world anymore, and she's just like, you know what, I'm going to hang out over there. No, you're going this way. Maybe here? Doesn't seem like the best spot. I don't think, I mean, you could settle there, but surely not. Now you can't. Now you can't, but surely not. Did Capital end up flipping? No. Ironically, you flipping to Poland's probably the best thing for these death robots, because they're going to pop back into their own territory, and they're no longer going to get potentially shot at. But they're not going to be useful. God, he's so close. He's so close. 2 turns. Yeah, I just don't think he's going to be able to do it. 1 turn. He did speed it up 1 time. 4 light years per turn. And I don't think there's any way to see how far it's gone, because it only shows you. which is kind of dumb. I think it should show you how many turns, because we never are 100% sure if they win the science victory, and I don't remember whether or not we get the cutscene, because some autoplays you get the cutscene for whoever won, others you don't. So, oh, I gotta actually pull out my sticky notes. Yay! I've not gotten to use my sticky notes in quite some time. I guess since our last AI only series. I am so tired of that song. I am gonna find that file and delete it. I'm just gonna make it like a beep. Yeah, that might be annoying too. I really just need to. There's got to be a mod for that too. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. Special session. What was that one about? Sea state emergency, Hojo? Did it pass is the question. Yes it did. Did it? Did it? Excuse me, hiccups. Where'd those come from? Yes it did. I'm assuming since it popped up, that's a yes. And the fact that it actually lists this, yeah. Okay. So he's gonna get completely crapped on here, and those death robots are gonna finally have a new target to go play with, but as we said before, there's only 5 turns left, so it's not gonna change the game enough. Any chance... Look at all those death robots. Man. It's crazy. So now, here's the question. And I kind of leave it to you guys. I don't know, for the sake of time, if we should just get to the point where we just start calling some of these before it's over. I suppose what I could have done was just called this, or maybe just, like, did this series off camera. And if anything changed, pop back in and then just start the next one. I might start doing that. Instead of running these games on camera where it's like, okay, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna change. You know? Like we pretty much have already seen. We were pretty much guaranteed we knew who the top 3 were. Although I have to say, Cleopatra did come back a little bit. She came back more than I thought she would. But it's still kind of like not enough. And I don't think the 3 civilizations that were going to make it to the knockout round was ever in doubt. So that's why I think we might just start cutting some of these and then just running them off screen. And if anything changes, we pop back in. Now, I know some people like to see every single second, but like the thing is, the game is, in my opinion, less entertaining when it gets later just because, you know, there's not a whole lot happening. Sometimes, you know, you get some of the absolute like stomps, you know, like what was happening over here. But like for the most part, when you get a certain level of garrison strength, it just becomes really hard for anyone to actually win any sort of wars late game. And the death robots help, but I don't know. Like you can even see, like Japan's not even being crapped on right now by Sumeria, which is rather interesting. He's building bombers too, huh? Which are going to be good to fight back against the death robots. Although I think the fighters are better, right? I think the fighters are better. But anyways, so we are about to turn to 316. I guess we'll see whether or not there's a score screen or whether, yeah, sorry, a victory screen. It is going to give us an extra loss, but whatever. So she's like within 100 points, but so she made a good push. Keep in mind, she got crapped on really early on by Montezuma too, and she pulled it back. So I have to give her credit. I think she did really well for how bad she started. I think Montezuma did really, really well considering how poor his start was. Poland really was probably the biggest disappointment because she had such a dominating position and she was absolutely crapping on everyone, and then she just lost, essentially. Like, she's not even... Okay, so we do have a score screen. So it's gonna be Japan, Sumeria, and Japan, Sumeria, and Tamaris. Yeah, she ended up second to last. England also had a really poor game. I have to say Khmer probably had a really poor game too because he had a lot of room and then he just got crapped on by barbarians and just was never able to recover. Persia did okay, but Persia honestly could have done a lot better. Like, they still don't have Manchester, so that was disappointing as well. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Tomorrow we will be back with the next group stage. Who is in the second group? The second group is America, Australia, Macedonia, Gorgo, Indonesia, Ghandi, Brazil, Spain, and Arabia. If you are not excited for that group, then you just don't know. Like, man, that is a crazy good group. That is... There's a lot of good players in that one. Like, a lot of aggressive players. But America, Australia, Macedonia, obviously, super aggressive. So that's going to be rather interesting. I love Indonesia. Brazil is a past winner. Arabia is going to get one of the religions. So that's going to really kind of potentially change the game. And Gorgo. Gorgo was in the Final Four. Last one. So, yeah, there's a lot of big names in this one. So we'll see what happens. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Later, everyone.